What's good, YouTube? This your man Spiel Dog. You know, that boy Brian Norman Jr. is a lot better than. Well, I liked him from the time I seen him, but he better than I thought he was, and I think he gonna eat better than a lot of other people think he is too. I think Brian Norman is gonna make some noise. He might. I think he just might clear out the welterweight division. I don't see nobody if Boots is gone, and I can't. I'm not saying I know for sure he'll beat him, but if Boots is gone, who gonna beat him at 147? Teofimo Lopez is a good athletic fighter, but I haven't heard nothing about if he's committed to coming to welterweight yet or not. Devin Haney, great boxer, but I think Brian Norman Jr., as long as his daddy show him how to cut that ring off and chase him down, I think if he touch him on the chin real good, he'll get Devin up out of there. I really believe that. At one time, I thought that was a good fight for Devin. I still like that fight, but I like it for Brian Norman Jr. But Devin Haney father ain't finna put him in the ring with that. Nobody hitting like that no time soon. That ain't finna happen. Uh, that's not finna happen no time soon. So Mario Barrios, if he get past Pacquiao, he definitely will beat him. Stanionis got him. Speedy Ellis got Rashidi Ellis got him. I don't see nobody at welterweight right now that I can just say I know gonna beat him. Now anything can happen, but what the eye test showed me as of right now, Brian Norman look better than the rest of them cats. Besides Boots in that division, I'm just gonna be honest. And Boots flashy and all that, but we don't really know what he got. And I seen Boots get hurt early in his career. I can't remember the dude's name, but just go pull up his or something. I think it's one like his six to seven fight somewhere around there. I seen him get hurt bad early. Now he came back the next round and knocked the guy out, but that guy had no business touching him like that. I didn't think. So you know, I can't say what Boots gonna do until he do it. It seems like every time it's somebody to fight, he got some kind of reason why he ain't fighting him. He won't fight Tio. Say he might underperform. I ain't never heard nobody say that shit before. Brian Norman Jr., walked away from that fight after you said you want to stay there and get all the belts. Virgil Ortiz tried to fight him, wanted to ask for a fight in February. You want to take some time off then. Now that the Virgil Ortiz fight is off the table, now you want to go to 154. So what you're saying is you want one of them easy ones at 154 like you've been getting at 147. And I heard Boozy Ennis say test the water. So are you saying y'all gonna duck T.O., go get you an easy fight at 154, then run back down to 147? I don't know what they got going on over there. I don't know why they they seem like they scared to put that boy in a fight. So I don't know what the hell going on with Boots. I really don't. I couldn't tell you. I thought when they got with Eddie Hearns, we was finna see him start moving and shaking, but ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. He's still fighting the same type fighters and about the same amount of times a year. Ain't nothing changed. He might as well stay where he was at as far as from the fans' perspective. So I can't see why Brian Norman Jr. can't take over 147. And I really hope he do because the biggest problem Brian Norman Jr. got is him being from the South. Real talk. For some reason, well, I know why. Most boxers from the Midwest and the East Coast and out West, they all think the fighters in the South can't fight. They feel like they don't like to move their feet. They robotic. They basic fighters. That's how they looked at. Holyfield kind of changed the narrative a little bit. Deontay Wilder was out here knocking people out for a little while, but for the most part, what's that boy? It was a boy. Roy Jones was making noise. Antonio Tarver, Nate Campbell. It's been good fighters coming out the South, but for the most part, well, let me not say the South. Let me say Georgia. They don't respect boxers from Georgia. Let me say it like that. I lived in Atlanta for 25 years or better. And I know how they feel about the boxers there because I came there from the Midwest, and I kind of felt like that to a degree too because uh, they didn't have a lot of they didn't, back then they didn't have a lot of boxing gyms and stuff like that. Atlanta has changed. I don't know about the rest of the South, but I know Atlanta they got a gang of boxing gyms, and boxing getting big in Atlanta now. So no matter how it might have used to be, as far as how they felt about fighters in Georgia, it ain't gonna be like that no more. There's too many cats from too many places. That's in Atlanta. They got some trainers from all over down there now, and the kids is from all over. That's in Atlanta now. So the competition, not only, that's bringing more competition to the kids that's from Atlanta. So I think Brian Norman been battle tested. I like the way he carry himself. He got good. He got a fighter's character. When he won a fight, when he win a fight, he don't act like he ain't never won before. He carry himself. He carry himself like a man, like a full grown man, which he is. But a lot of these guys is immature as hell. He got good maturity. And I love his power. I like how he patient. You dig? You can tell he's setting his shots up. He ain't just throwing punches. His father used to box, so his daddy know what the fuck he doing over there in the corner with him, which means a lot. And I think Brian Norman Jr. gonna go somewhere with this. I really do. I think he can be in the welterweight division for. I think he got some time to be that. He ain't no real super big dude that's look like he killing himself to make weight. And if I don't know nothing about George, I know this. Them dudes down there strong as a motherfucker. Them young boys down there strong. I mean, they strong from high school. When I went to high school in Atlanta, we didn't lift weights up north like we did when I moved to the south. I got swole up when I got to Atlanta because we we lift weights for fun down there. And fix cars and do a lot of stuff that the kids in the city ain't doing. Let's put it like that. Let's put it like that. And a lot of the stuff we did for fun was exercising. So Brian Norman Jr. gonna be a problem. I'm telling you, he gonna be a problem. And he gonna be the type that like Holyfield, Ford tough. He gonna be a tough motherfucker. So even if you put hands on him, you have to get him up out of there, and that's gonna be hard to do. I'm rocking with Brian Norman Jr. I'm feeling him. I think he gonna make some real noise at 147. There's some great fights for him. I like the Teofimo Lopez fight for him. I like Devin. If Devin Daddy want to let him fight, I wouldn't if I was Mr. Haney, but I love that fight for him. I like him and Mario Barrios. I like him and Rashidia. And man, there's so many fights for him down there at welterweight. Brian Norman Jr. He gonna make plenty of money, and he can stay busy. Real talk, and a lot of good winnable fights. A lot of good winnable fights for him down there at 147. So I'm glad his father didn't rush right into a fight with Boots. That wouldn't have been smart. They moving exactly the way they should. Now, I would have liked to seen it, and I thought they did want to fight next, but hey, on to the next one. And there's plenty of guys to pick from at welterweight. So I just hope Brian Norman Jr. keep his head on a swivel, stay focused, and keep on knocking them out. The fact, everybody's starting to notice who he is now, and if he stay moving like he move, he gonna make a mark in this sport. I definitely think he can make some noise at 147 right now. I really do. I think he the best. If Boots is gone, he the best in the bunch as far as I'm concerned. Until somebody show me different. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.